Okay, greetings and salutations. Well, I just watched a large portion of. I'll admit I didn't follow the entire stream of the video that was produced by Rob Skiba just recently. What I mean is the part that I didn't follow all the way through is they did the video of. They played both videos, the camera on the top of the balloon, the camera on the bottom of the balloon, all the way through, which was cool. But honestly, I skipped through that part because I'm not going to sit through it for an hour. And I just kind of went down to the meat at the end. So, first I would like to say, excellent job on the setup this time. They took they took most of the precautions, but because they didn't lose anything, some of the additional precautions that I listed in the last video, well, turns out they were not necessary for this one because they were able to recover all of the stuff and all of the balloon and all this. So this is not going to be a very long thing, okay? But I am going to bring you through the process of what I just analyzed, okay? And it's pretty simple. Even for a guy like me, I don't get into the super complex stuff. What's going on, Luke? It looks like I have one person watching. Yeah, probably because it is pretty early. All right, so here's what I'm about to go through here. Like I said, they secured the gimbals. They put 2 gimbals on it this time. It didn't seem like they're going through the low light thing this time. That was their choice, I guess. The assembly this time was awesome. They put additional securing of the gimbals onto the payload case. No complaint there. That was the way. Honestly, you should have done it the first time, only because of the fact those rubber grommets will not hold it down very well. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. You got 2, but at the end of my lunch. Yeah. Okay, so here's where we're going. Rob Skiba has officially proved the curvature of the Earth, and all the numbers that I'm about to show you are easily accessible. Yes, part of them are numbers. You have to use some numbers to be able to determine exactly what it is that you're looking at. Now, you see this stuff. Now, I'm going to do all this in PowerPoint and 3ds Max. I already ran through this one time for myself because I'm not going to sit here and put out stuff if I don't know what I'm talking about. So here we go. Okay. Let's see. Bam. Okay. This is the video that he put out. Right now I have it out at 1 hour and 51 minutes. Okay. Like I said, great job on putting together this balloon. This balloon was done very well. It's the best one that I've seen as far as people doing this for the flat Earth research. Now, everybody's pretty much claiming that, and let's see, on the bottom camera, the one that's hanging off the bottom, has a 7.2 millimeter lens, no fisheye. Now, I do have one complaint about what one of the guys said is he says as close to human eye as possible. Sorry, but the human eye actually has more distortion to it than a GoPro lens, but I'll go into that another time. That's all corrected and rationalized by the brain. So, and the one on top is a standard GoPro lens, and I'm not going to analyze that. I've already analyzed that a couple of times on how that works, and honestly, flat earthers just don't get that. So we won't even go there. I'm going to concentrate on this particular point in time. Like I said, 1 hour, 51 minutes, 44 seconds of testing the globe's second high altitude balloon launch. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. First, they said that it's just about 100,000 feet. Now I didn't see any data on that, but we're gonna go with 100,000 feet because that is their claim, and so I have to take the claim as if it were true. Let's see. Can somebody explain why it is a 7.2 millimeter lens? It is not a fisheye. It is a fisheye lens or not? No, it is not. The 7.2 millimeter lens is not a fisheye lens. In fact, it is marketed specifically for that. This is the lens that they are using. or at least this is one that can be adapted to the GoPro. And I don't know if this is specifically exactly the one they're using. It looks to me like the base mount is a little bit different, but anyway, a 7.2 millimeter lens. Now, the the important part on this that I used for my analysis is the horizontal field of view, which is 47 degrees. We'll get into that, the importance of that here in a moment. Okay. The reason why people would swap out the lens on there, and there are many different types of lenses you can get for a GoPro. It's not just ones that are non-fisheye. But it's marketed obviously as no distortion, which is great for a lot of applications, not just flat Earth. Okay. Here's the in case anybody's looking for this particular product, it's called pewproductions.com/products/GP72025. That's the one that I got the information on. And so that's where we're going to go with this. Now, first, some math. Okay, we'll go through some math here real quick. If you look up the circumference of the Earth in miles, it's 24,901 miles. Okay, that's what Google tells you. Okay, just fine. Circle being 360 degrees, that equals out to 69.17 degree or miles per degree. Okay, simple division. You can look at the formula that I used to do that if you wish to. But now the horizontal field of view. I got to go over and show you where I got these numbers. But the horizontal field of view is basically going to show you at 100,000 feet, 310 miles of horizon. Okay, as in the width from point to point at the horizon, 310 miles, which divided by the miles per degree, the 69.17 equals. Excuse me, the curvature, the amount of curvature seen at that particular point is 4.48 degrees of curvature. It's not very much, but it is curvature. Okay, now here's where we're going to go with this. Okay, these are all the numbers I used. You can come back to them. I'm just going to be reading them off beyond this point because I'm not going to keep on switching the windows over. So now what I did was, and like I said, that is what we should be seeing here is 4.48 degrees of curvature. Now, you can already see just by looking at this, I'll even go into full screen, even just by looking at this, this is not straight. It's pretty close, but it's not straight. Okay, easy enough. Now, here's what I did. Earth curve calculator, first of all. Okay, I put 100,000 feet in. Okay, the eye level height at 100,000 feet. Now, the target distance at this particular point is irrelevant because we're not looking for obstruction here, but the Earth curve calculator will tell you the distance to the horizon, okay, at this particular height. Okay, so I put a bunch of 9s in here because it doesn't matter what's beyond the horizon at this particular point because we're not measuring obstruction. So the horizon difference at this particular point is 387 miles away, or 387.7 miles away. So, using two different triangle calculators, okay, the 47 degrees of field of view of angle, this would be the point of where the camera was, 47 degrees of angle at 387.7 degree miles away in each direction results in 310. The base of the triangle would be 310. So that means a width of 310 miles at the horizon. Makes sense? Okay. And at this one, I checked it on a second calculator just to be certain, because you never know. Some of these calculators, you know, somebody's formulas might be wrong, but these formulas are correct, and they are both completely accurate as far as doing the triangulation method. Pretty simple, right? So, like I said, I'm trying to do this fast because there's no reason to make this very, very long, but I need to show you what research I did. And plus, it's almost lunchtime, and I'm trying not to delay that. So, let me go over to this, and I'm going to take a screen capture. Print screen. Okay, this is a screen capture of, like I said, 1 hour, 51 minutes, 44 seconds of Rob Skiba's video. Now I'm going to open up PowerPoint, and I'm going to go like this for the raw shot first. Okay. Now I'm going to crop this in. I got all this other crap on the screen here. I'm going to crop this in like this, crop this in like this. Now there's going to be two techniques that I'm going to show you how I determine that there's curvature in this image. And not only that there's curvature, but the exact amount of predicted curvature per the geometry that I just did. Okay, so here's a screen capture of what I just showed. Okay, now we go here. Oops, excuse me. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to guesstimate, I mean, honestly, where the terminator line is for the Earth, of the horizon versus the air and atmosphere above it. Now, let me make that red so you can see that. Okay, now it's very difficult to tell. Okay, so what you have to do is you actually have to do the contrast. Okay, now remember, this is the 7.2 millimeter. Okay, I'm going to use this image for the rest of this. Okay, now 7.2 millimeter. You could see a little bit of bump here, but you know, you could say, well, maybe you didn't start right and maybe you didn't end right and all this other stuff. So let me go ahead and copy these over to the next slide. Control C, Control V. Okay, now using a simple contrast technique inside of PowerPoint itself, you can see that number one, I was a little bit off. And number two, you see that from point to point, it makes a hump. Okay, that's one method. Okay, that's one very simple method. Now, let me take this, copy it over here. Now I'm going to do the, now whenever you're looking at something, let's say you were looking at a board or you're looking at a sword, right? Now if you want to know that the edge is straight, now if you looked at it from the side, as this is, you would not be able to notice if it had any dings or anything like that in it. So what you do is you just do a horizontal compress. Okay, now watch this. First I'm going to group this because I want the line to stay with it. And then all you do is just do a simple, I can't go vertical on this and I can't change the pixels, okay, but you do a horizontal compress and you can see a very clean and clear line, okay, a very clean and clear curve, okay, but I'm not going to be satisfied with that for this moment, okay, because I need to double verify what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put this contrast view back up on here. Now, what did I show a minute ago? Now I showed these numbers a minute ago, and these numbers basically come out to horizontal horizon curve degree would be 4.48 degrees. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I already have prepared here in 3ds Max. You can see this is straight and level. There's no faking the earth in 3ds Max. Okay, now I have a plane here, and this plane has 310 per the numbers that were given out here for the field of view of the horizon and by the Earth curve calculator. Okay, so I have it broken up into 310 pieces. So each one of these lines represents a mile. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this by 4.48 degrees. Okay, simple. All right, so let's see, angle 4.48 degrees. Bam. Okay. Now this looks pretty incredible. Look how much curvature I've created there. You know, I mean, it almost looks like it's too much. Okay, but it's not. Now watch. Now I am going to, let's see. I am going to render that. Okay. Oops, wrong button. I'm going to render that. Okay, and this is what it results in. Okay, now this is a render in 1080p. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that. Okay, I already did this once, so there's already one there, but I'm going to name this one special for the, we'll just say it live bend. Okay, .bmp. Okay, okay, live bend.bmp. Cool, got it. Okay, so don't need that anymore. Now Let's see, in Schema 2. Okay, now what I'm going to do is bum 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 bum. Okay, this is the live bend picture that I just saved. Cool. We all good with that? All right. I'm going to put it in here. Okay. So now using PowerPoint again, PowerPoint is going to allow me to, in color, set a transparent color. In this case, the transparent color is going to be black. Okay. Now, this is where this gets fun. These don't really look much like each other, and that's only because of the fact that the picture is actually not perfectly horizontal like it was in 3ds Max. So all I have to do is rotate. That's all I'm doing, just rotating. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, all I need to do is rotate this, and it is exactly the 4.48 degree curve. It matches it exactly. We cool? 4.48 degrees of horizontal curve is shown in this image with a non-distorting lens from 100,000 feet by Rob Skiba. You tell me where I went wrong. They got all their stuff. They did their video. It worked just fine. And these are also the same results that I got before when I was doing it. I actually had it tilted a little bit further last time. And I think I was even using a different time set, wasn't I? Yeah, I think I was using a different time for that one. But nevertheless, two different ways of confirming it. Okay, both ways showing curvature. Hard to see curvature, but when you add the contrast, curvature, 100%, exactly and predictably what was supposed to be in that picture. Without electrolysis. So, yes, I'm preaching to the choir, but other people will watch this and people will bitch about it. So, in short, that's just all the more there is. So, like I said, congratulations on the harmless flight that was done. I don't know why you guys decided to start setting up your base station after you launched the balloon, but you know, I mean, that's just a critique. And you guys can, I mean, people can pick this apart all they want to. Go right ahead. I've already done it. It matches up just fine. And that's all there really much is to it. This is not any doctored imagery, nothing. Okay, so in short, Rob Skiba has just confirmed the globe. I don't care about the rest of his belief stuff. I really don't. That's on him. If you want to believe that, you want to believe that, as long as it doesn't interfere with what's going on in the real world. Yeah, Everett. Yeah. But I'm sure there's probably about 30 or 40 different ways to have done what I just did. I tend to keep things a little bit simple, and if I need to get complex with them, then I will. But I won't. I don't like to go super complicated with my stuff, because then you find yourself in deeper waters with much more things that can actually go wrong with it. So that was all that needed to be, really. I mean, that was really all that needed to be. No talks of watercolor or not moving birds and all that other crap. But math and geometry was set up in 500 BC by the Jesuits to hide the flat earth. Yes, of course it was. And no toxic, it wasn't 18.5 degrees. So, in short, Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so on the level. Now, I invited you into here on the level because you just commented on something and you were asking about horizon stuff. Let's see. Now, it's flat, you idiot. So you think flat earthers send up balloons to prove the globe really do? Well, let me see how long you've been in this thing. Have you? Yeah, no. It's the light, not the earth you clown. What light? Okay, you must be talking to somebody else. Dude, I just showed it to you. Let's go through it one quick time. Okay. Here's the math. Okay, circumference of the earth, 24,000 miles, or 24,901 miles. Okay. A circle is 360 degrees. That puts it at 69.17 degrees, or miles per single degree of circumference of the earth. The field of view on the the field of view on the 7 whatever millimeter lens that they used, which I just showed it to you. It's right here. Okay, the field of view on it is 47 degrees. 47 degrees. What do you call it? That all works out to 4.48 degrees of curvature per the Earth curve calculator's distance to the horizon at 100,000 feet. Okay, so, and I worked it out to show that it comes out to 310 miles. 310 miles. I turned around and I put it up on here and I bent it by that 4 point whatever degrees, which ended up showing us a curved line that looks like this. Okay, and when you compare it to a high contrast of the image that was just used, which is at 1 hour 51 minutes 44 seconds of Rob Skiba's video, that curve matches exactly what it's supposed to match. Cool? Where did I lie in that, homie? I don't deny that flat earthers send up balloons, but most of the times they don't even know how to analyze the stuff that came down. Okay, why are you repeating yourself, man? I already read out loud what you said. So let me get this straight. Flat Earth is sending up balloons, and there are hundreds he's probably meant to say in the hundreds, to prove that the Earth is a globe. No, they want to prove that it's flat. And they do that in very horrible, horrible, horrible analysis in most cases. Okay. This is the second balloon launch that I've actually analyzed. The other one was Dwayne Kellum's third balloon launch, and that was about a year ago. I'm sorry, dude. I just did the numbers, and it matched up independently of each other. Okay? That's it. Sorry. Yes, a flat earther proved the globe. All you had to do was do the numbers. I just did it graphically, visually, right here. I didn't even have to come up with a number. Let's see. Post image. Let me give a look here. Somebody says that he just worked out the same thing. Let me see here. Give me. Oh, yeah, it's that. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you got it. Okay, you were doing an animated GIF. Yes, this guy seems to have done it as well. Who's that? I'll give you credit. Liker did that. He did the exact same thing, and it works out just fine. Yes. Also, when you lower the resolution of the image to, or excuse me, the color depth of the image, the curve comes out a lot better. I was just leaving it at the 32-bit, but when you go into GIF, it's going to lower the color depth, which shows it up just as well. Great job, dude. Liker got the same exact results that I got. So, that's why it's making that noise. So do I, Liker. I check everything. And I check it, honestly, just from the unbiased side. Okay, I am not religious. Okay, so I don't have to make it conform to anything. I am not looking to prove something. Rather, I'm here to analyze. And I just analyzed this, and it worked out just fine. Okay. On the level, are you going to answer me? Okay. You said, so like you are saying, it is a globe. Why would flat earthers send up balloons to prove it? Here's the thing. Flat earthers rarely send up balloons themselves, and when they do, they make wild claims like it was shot down by the CIA or a battery died or all those other things. And I had my doubts about Rob Skiba's first balloon. I thought he didn't want to show the footage because his gimbal got supposedly ripped off. Okay, in the descent, and yeah, but all the other high altitude balloon stuff that that flat earthers produce and bring out is actually third party material. Like the Little Piggy is the one that they love the most, and they seem to forget the fact that it is filmed with a non-modified GoPro Hero 3, and they just say, well, it's below, it's flat. So, and that's all they do. So, yeah, I've heard that one too. That if it hits the dome, it bursts. But guys, like I said, I didn't want to make this into a very long video, and I'm hearing buzzers go off in the kitchen, so that means to me that it is time to eat. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Thanks, Rob.